up? My name is Quan, owner of BeFit Nominal, kinesiologist, and I've helped over 1,000 people reach their ideal weight. And what I do is I help busy professionals get more confident, courageous, and give them crazy results in less time, and most of the time without food restrictions or even a gym. So thanks for listening in. In this training video, I'm going to give you the seven biggest mistakes busy professionals and business owners are making that I don't want you to make, that's going to keep you fat, overweight, and feeling lethargic and low energy forever. So take it from me, failing at any one of these mistakes can cost you years of wasted time and thousands of dollars of wasted effort of buying the wrong things. Most people are at least experiencing 4 out of the 7, so let's get right into it. Let's go. All right, so for the first mistake most people are making is that they are working way too hard and not smart enough. So if you're a busy professional, or especially if you're a business owner, just because you worked hard, just because you're putting a lot of work in that day does not equate to produce income, right? You could be working on a bunch of different tasks, but if you're not working on the right task, that does not mean you're going to actually get income at the end of the day. So the same thing, you need to look at your fitness, right? You could be working on a lot of different things, but you need to be working on the right things that's going to progress your fitness along the right way. So if you're listening to this right now, I'm sure this is not the first thing you ever tried. This is not the first thing you listen to. You probably tried apps, you probably tried keto, you probably tried a bunch of different things, and you can completely understand what I'm talking about. You probably got a lot of results, lost the results, worked really hard, and didn't really see anything. So you know that just because you worked hard, just because you put in a lot of work, that does not going to equal results at the end of the day. It really takes an intelligent strategy to get the results, and an even more smarter and more intelligent strategy to keep the results. I see so many people who actually get results. They work hard, they might hop on a meal plan or a keto, or they do some intermittent fasting, they might get the results. But if your program is not smart, you're not going to actually keep it. So your program needs to be smart. It doesn't necessarily need to be hard. All right, Quan, so you're saying all that. What am I supposed to do? So data is one of the things that is really essential when it comes to your fitness. Okay, so if you're doing 5 miles a day, you're pushing hard, but it's not actually hitting what you want to hit, it's not getting those results that you want to get, what you need to do is realize that, all right, maybe I should take a step back. Let me take a step back and look at my approach and realize I need to have a smarter approach to this. And let's look at your numbers just as you look at your numbers with your business. If you look at your KPIs, or if you're working in a high-paced environment, you know that there's certain metrics that you need to look at that's going to turn the needle. One of the main things that you can do today that's going to make a big impact on your fitness and health goals is figure out what your daily macros are. So many people are just like, oh, I'm eating pretty good, I'm doing all right. Your macros are your protein, your fats, and then your carbs. So those 3 macronutrients are going to be super important of how much actually are you consuming. That's going to push your journey along much faster. Once you do this, you'll be able to activate your fat burning hormones. So when you have your macros on point, you can actually eat the foods that you enjoy and still see results. A lot of my clients are going out, eating foods. Of course, you can't do it every single day. You can't do it every single meal. You're not going to see results that way. But I tell people the best meal plan that you can actually be on is the one that you can sustain long term. So many people don't know their numbers, so they're like, all right, I'm going to try this strict diet, or I'm going to do this, and they end up falling off the wagon. So look at your numbers, look at the data, figure out your macros, and then if you're out with your friends, or if you're at a social event, or if you're traveling, you know what your numbers are, so you can actually be smarter and more intelligent.
You smart.
All right, so we talked about the nutrition plan, but let's talk about the fitness. And the best approach is to utilize progressive overload. That's going to help you increase your muscle tone every single week. So what is progressive overload? So progressive overload is a method of strength training that's going to advocate for the gradual increase of the stress that's put along the musculoskeletal system. So this is very important because you can progress in a way that's just going to prevent injury, and that's going to lead you to better results over time, because when you hit a plateau, you're going to be able to grow and push yourself even harder. So that way you're not just starting from level 10 or level 8, you're starting from where you should be and build you up gradually. So you got to realize there's a science to building muscle and burning fat. So more effort is only going to make you more frustrated, not going to give you more results. There's many apps online that's going to actually help you find your numbers, like MyFitnessPal, but I highly suggest you working with a skilled professional that's going to help you develop your numbers that is custom to you. Mistake number 2, you're going in the wrong direction and you're caught up in the cardio trap. So if you're like most people that I've worked with in the past, your mind has probably told you this before, that I got this extra belly, extra layer of fat that I really don't want. So what I'm gonna do is, A, I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna hop on a treadmill. B, I'm gonna either get on the Stairmaster or the elliptical for 20 minutes. C, I'm gonna go outside and go for a walk or run. Or D, if you're fancy, you're gonna get on your Peloton for 30 minutes a day to help shed that fat. Either way, all these are a vicious cycle. So let me tell you my beef with cardio, all right? Problem number 1, cardio makes you eat more. Yeah, I said it. So people use cardio to burn fat, but in reality, it doesn't burn fat, it actually burns calories, which increases ghrelin levels, which ultimately increases hunger. So my problem number 2 with cardio is it takes a lot of time. So you have to constantly do it to actually keep the results that you got by doing cardio. And when you're doing cardio, you're actually missing the afterburn effect. So what does that mean? So after you do the cardio, the calories that you actually burn during that session stops when you're doing the cardio. Meaning, after you do the cardio, there's no more calories being burned after that session. And my third beef with cardio is that it actually wastes muscle over time. So remember this, if you're doing too much cardio, especially without the proper nutrition, that's going to equal muscle loss. So if you want a more sculpted, more toned look, lean muscle is actually what's going to give you that look, not doing excessive cardio. Basically, when you're doing a bunch of cardio, it's going to give you that softening look, and you're going to look kind of skinny fat, or you'll look a little bit of flabby. So what you want to do is have a more effective approach than that. And a more effective approach that you can actually start taking right now is high intensity resistance training. Why do you want to do this type of training rather than cardio? So if you're doing this type of training, this approach is going to help you build more muscle while increasing your resting metabolic rate. Why is that important, Quan? Tell me, why is that important? I'm going to tell you. So you want to increase your resting metabolic rate because, like I was saying earlier, when you only do cardio, when you stop with that session, the calories are not going to continue to burn. But when you build lean muscle on your body, when you do high intensity resistance training, what your body does is increases your metabolic rate. So what that means is when you're resting, when you're finishing with your workout, when you're just sitting there working or you're playing with your kids and you're actually done with your program, your body is going to continue to burn those calories even while you're at rest. It's like a cheat code. Let's go to number 3. And number 3 is you have a weak health plan and it's not lifestyle specific. So you can't keep it up. So let me tell you what most people do. They see on Instagram, they see on Facebook, and they're like, man, that looks cool. Oh man, she lost a lot of weight, or he looks really fit. Oh, they have a 6-pack by doing this. Let me try what they're doing. Wrong approach. That is the wrong thing. Especially if you're a busy professional, your fitness approach needs to save you time. Let me tell you what I see all the time. People start a new program or they see something online, they get really psyched up about their goals, they start doing 2-a-days. It's this thing called 75 hard right now, and it's like ridiculous. You gotta work out twice, but don't let me go on a rant. But they try a bunch of different things, they get psyched up, they go hard for a while, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, they might see really good results, but it's so hard to actually keep up, they stop doing it and they end up getting burnt out and fall off the wagon altogether. Do not implement your training program this way, trying to work out extra hard just to erase those extra calories that you've eaten. Actually, what you need to do is sit down with a skilled coach so you can figure out what your calorie number is for the day. That way you can eat freely, you can eat in a more effective way, in a way that you can actually sustain, and you don't have to try to kill yourself to do it. So this is really important because once you actually have your diet working for you, you can actually decrease the time that you're spending in the gym, increase your time with your family, and you can focus on building more muscle and leaning out your body to make it look a lot better, more effective. And you might be listening to this right now and you're like, well, yeah, I actually tried the program in the past and it worked really well. I just got a little busy, so maybe I'm gonna try that again. This is the main reason why you shouldn't do that, because your lifestyle is actually different now. So build a plan that is actually lifestyle specific. So a lot of people I hear all the time that come to me and they're like, oh, I tried this program, I lost a lot of weight, and then I gained a whole bunch of weight back. I have thousands of clients who actually done this. I'm trying to prevent you from yo-yoing so you can actually keep a program that you can sustain. You want to decrease your time, figure out how your diet actually works for you so you can work for it. Our goal is not only to get the results, but it is to keep the results. And a lifestyle approach is going to help you get there. All right, mistake number 4, your workout plan and your nutrition plan is without variation and it has no flexibility. Why are we doing this? So if you're like me and you're working 40 plus hours a week, you might have a family, you might travel a lot, your workout program needs to flex towards your location. That way you never have to fall off your program again. So this is why I like virtual training so much. Another thing that I see a lot is people can do really well with their meal plan when they're at home and everything is structured, but as soon as they have a social event or they have to travel for work, they fall off their plan and they set them back a couple of days from their program. So to solve this mistake, what I suggest is utilizing a flexible dieting approach and a flexible fitness routine approach. So I'm telling you guys, in our program, we have clients losing consistently 1 to 3 pounds per week, all because of this approach. So let's be honest, life is always unpredictable, so we need to have a program that's going to flex with our lifestyle. That way we can actually sustain our results and it's not going to kill us. That's why it's so important to figure out your unique numbers for your body. That way you no longer have to restrict yourself because you know your limit and you know when to stop. So I'm gonna give you a real life example because sometimes when you're hearing this, it all sounds way too good to be true. So here is my client, Janae. This is my current client. You can call her up, look her up on Facebook, wherever. Her name is Janae. And what she did, she lost 60 pounds all while eating wine, while traveling with work. She is a real estate executive, 60 pounds and counting. She's still going right now, but she never had to sacrifice her lifestyle. She has a busy lifestyle. She travels. She has dinner dates all the time. So we needed a flexible plan that fits to her lifestyle. So check her pictures out. Amazing results. All right, so mistake number 5, you have a worrisome routine. So your fitness plan needs to give you energy, not take it away. So I think we can all agree that getting in shape is really important, but it's not as important that it's going to sacrifice your performance at work or your performance with your family. So to avoid exhaustion, aim for small minor tweaks that you can make that's going to make big steps, big impacts over a long period of time. So let me give you a quick example of how you can do this. So find a way that you can figure out on how to cut out 500 calories per day. So that's not a lot of calories. That's like the equivalent of like 2 protein bars. So find a way to cut that out. And with that, if you're doing that each and every single day for 7 days a week, within 1 week, you can actually drop 1 pound a week, which doesn't seem a lot, but it adds up over time, and that's without exercise. You throw in 30 minutes or an hour on top of that, you can easily lose about 20 to 25 pounds within like 15 weeks. So this is small minor tweaks that you can start adding into your routine now. It's crazy, right? All right, mistake number 6 is that you're working way too hard and making way too many decisions, ultimately causing decision fatigue. All right, so let me just be straight up. So one of the main reasons why a lot of people have a hard time actually sticking to the routine, hard time being disciplined, hard time being consistent overall is because they're already making tons of decisions at work, especially if you're a business owner. You got to figure out who to hire, who to fire, what tasks you need to do. You can go home, you have a spouse, you have a dog, you have all these decisions. We're making thousands of decisions every day. So when it comes down to, all right, what meal should I eat? Which meal plan should I get? What exercise is the right exercise that I should do? It's hard to exercise self-control when you actually are decision fatigued. So if you're listening to this, I'm sure you are an intelligent individual, or else you wouldn't even be seeking information. But doing a DIY approach, doing it yourself, taking that approach like I can get this done myself, can be very dangerous in the long run. People with this mindset and having this approach, like I can just get it done myself, I can figure it out myself, is actually going to lead you to never actually getting your results, staying fat forever, or staying exhausted forever, or just being unhappy forever, because you're never going to actually reach your results. You can't just guess or just work harder your way into it. So if you're not an expert, you need access to an expert. Honestly, the fastest way to level up in your health and fitness is just investing in an expert and delegating those tasks so you don't have to make all these decisions. So I am a business owner, so I like to use that analogy, especially if you're a business owner. You cannot do every single task. In my business, I don't try to do every single task. Things I'm not good at, I'll just delegate those, because if I try it myself, maybe I can get it done, maybe not, but it's going to take me way longer trying to get it myself. So I just delegate that, speed up my time, shorten my learning curve, and get that done. So approach your fitness the same way. And we finally made it to number 7. Mistake number 7. Oh man, I see this all the time. All the time. You have simply the wrong fitness strategies. So let's run through some of the mistakes that a lot of people are making. And remember, if you are watching this and you're a teenager or maybe in your early 20s, this is not information for you. Or if you just have a whole bunch of time on your hand, these strategies might work for you, but I'm talking to people who actually have a busy career, who has a family, a lifestyle that they need something that's custom to them. I'm talking to you guys, and the first one is getting a personal trainer, an in-person trainer, right? Wrong thing to do. And you can hear it from me, I trained for 8 years in a gym, and I'm definitely not bad talking trainers. I believe them, they do really good work, but the only thing is they are limited to that location. So when you go to work, when you travel, when something happens unexpectedly, they cannot pick up and go with you to wherever you're at. A lot of people hit me up like, man, I had an awesome trainer in this state, or I had an awesome trainer at the gym that I used to go to, but I had moved or I changed jobs, and then I completely fell off my program. Also, a lot of people don't know this, but I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Personal trainers, most of them don't know anything about nutrition. Not just saying they don't know anything about nutrition, but they're not skilled in nutrition, and they're not legally bound to give you nutrition information. And if you want to lose your belly fat, you want to drop some pounds, 80% of that information is actually going to come from nutrition. I used to train for a lot of years, so fitness is definitely important. But if you want to actually drop that weight, if you want to change your body composition, your nutrition is going to be key. And I realize personal trainers are just not skilled in the way that you need them to be. For a busy professional who has a lot going on, whose their lifestyle is changing, they just don't have the information or the access to give you what you need. Especially if you're busy, you need someone that can create an effective program that you can do anywhere, anytime, without weights, with weights, that's going to fit specifically for you. Once I did this with my clients, game changer. Now, I briefly mentioned this before, but personal trainers, they just can't provide that outside accountability outside of the gym. So in order to make ends meet, personal trainers typically have a book calendar. So outside of that 30 minutes to an hour that you're actually working with them, you're on your own. Sometimes when people hear about accountability, they're like, oh, that's not important. But think of it like this. If you have kids, and if they're a little bit older, I'm sure they brush their teeth every single day, right? And when they were growing up, you probably have to tell them, hey, brush your teeth. Brush your teeth before you go to sleep. Brush your teeth before you go to bed. Brush your teeth before you go to school. Brush your teeth. And they're like fighting you back. But now they do it without you even having to tell them. Hopefully, right? That is because that external accountability that you put onto them turned into an internal habit. So personal trainers, they can only provide the accountability with you working out 30 minutes to an hour, but you need the accountability for the whole day, the 24-hour block, because a lot of things can happen. And like I said earlier, 80% is going to be your nutrition. Let me give you guys another fitness approach that a lot of people are taking that is a mistake. It is a mistake, but I love them. Orange Theory Fitness, F45, there's so many of them right now. They are really fun, interactive, but they are limited to one location. When you're traveling, the studio doesn't just pick up and travel with you. Well, I mean, there could be ones in different states, but the thing is, when you're actually doing these type of group training, it's really fun, it's really interactive. But since they're doing it in a group, in the trainer's mind, we have to do everything. Everybody's doing the same program, so the program is not specifically designed for you. So you might be listening to this and be like, well, okay, it doesn't need to be designed for me. I just need to work out, lose some weight, drop some pounds. The problem with this is once you actually start working out, you might be feeling a dopamine high, you might be getting a good sweat in, but once you realize you're not actually hitting your fitness goals, it's going to be feeling really, really demotivating, and it's going to make you want to stop altogether. Quick story, so I had a client, Laura, she was going through these type of trainings for 5 years before she came to me. She was like, I loved it, I had a great trainer, it was a really good class doing group trainings, but I never really actually changed as far as my results. I felt good, you know, I was feeling better, I had more energy, but as far as my results, I didn't really actually get those results. As soon as she signed up, within 12 weeks, she lost 15 pounds. So that is a difference between going to a group training and doing a bunch of random things versus being structured, being strategic, and doing a plan that's custom to you.
I always tried to, think, okay, I can do this part myself, or I could eat better, or I can exercise, but I never really had a focused and strategic plan. And I think this is what I'm starting to see in working with you and working with the program, is that you have to have this comprehensive plan that looks at all the areas so that you can address each of those things.
So you might be thinking, well, maybe I'll just use a fitness app, and these are really fun. And it's really convenient if you're traveling or if you want to do a home workout. I actually had a conversation with a potential client today. He was actually using an app called the Copilot app. He said it's really good, got some really good results, but he feels like he always just falling off because he doesn't have that feedback. So using fitness apps can be very helpful, especially if you want to do home workouts or you want to just have something more convenient, but you're essentially just downloading a program that is made for someone else. So the problem with this is once you hit a plateau, maybe you're doing really well and then you hit a plateau and you figure out, I can't get past this point, or I can't lose any weight, I can't build any more muscle. What do? The app can't give you the feedback that is custom to you. Therefore, if you have no guidance, no support, you're not going to get any results. So a lot of times I see people using these apps, they might go for a little while, they get burnt out, stop using them over time. So there you have it. These are the seven biggest mistakes that are keeping busy execs and busy professionals all over the world fat, overwhelmed, and exhausted forever. So hopefully you take this information, actually utilize it, actually written everything that I said down, and you can actually watch this video over, or you can look at it and read it. So I must tell you, these are not all the mistakes that's going to keep people stuck in their health and fitness journey, but these are certainly the biggest, and I want you to avoid them as much as possible. Thanks for listening to this video. I hope it was super helpful. I want you to make sure you avoid making these mistakes so we consistently help busy professionals and busy executives all over the world lose weight and optimize their health without doing a bunch of different cardio, without putting in extra work and in less time. So somewhere around this page you can click, check out my other clients, check out what we're doing. It's amazing. Check it out. See you on the next one. Peace.